Henry Dodge and Rocco Marino, duel and underway between the Catamounts and the Great Danes. It's a face-off win for Dodge, one of the best in the nation, second in the country in face-off percentage. Dandry had won the starting job out of camp. Daly's been really solid since. Daniel Kesselring, part of a really potent veteran group of attackers. Shot goes wide, whipped on by Parker Emmett of UAlbany. Emmett in the midfield. Ryan Doherty leads this team with 29 goals, also the league leader. Keep an eye out for Doherty number 1 and number 15, Silas Richmond, who leads America East players in assists and points. And there's the game's first goal. It's the Great Danes in front first. This is Parker Emmett from an awkward angle, and in the two-man game with Richmond, Silas Richmond goes along the carpet to beat Daly. As the Catamounts moving around the perimeter, that's Coughlin, straight away for Pope, and now Drimmy. A couple of first-year starters and big contributors, Coughlin and Drimmy today. Frateroli gets checked in the middle of the UAlbany defense. It is a big and physical defensive unit, and Frateroli unable to maintain possession. Neeson scoops up the ground ball. Great Danes looking to double the lead. It's a big rip from deep. Max Neeson unloads. The junior pole has his 4th of the season. And he caught Pope in transition there. The attacking midfielder unable to tie up Neeson. And a big rocket to beat Daly. The last 2 America East tournaments. The Great Danes win the draw. Again, it is Jazad Hall who gets the better of Henry Dodge. Actually, sorry, that was Walter Zhao taking that face-off for the Catamounts. And a bit of an upset there. UVM second in the nation in team face-off winning percentage. Zhao has performed at a really high level as the alternate option to the probable All-American Dodge. And there's the first save for Daly. Denying the quick rip from Brendan Barnard. And now the Catamounts will need to try to clear it in a hurry. Max Goldstein, the midfielder from off the bench, another of the youngsters. Transition try, Bullock can't sneak it around Smith. Just able to slam the door shut on his posts. But back to the Great Danes, Jackson Palum, all-conference rookie team member. As a midfielder, now gets rid of it for Emmett. Speed off the bench, Palum loose, shoots, scores! 3-0 UAlbany. And Palum just getting loose for his 15th goal of the year. Combs trying to close him down, and again they beat Daly down low. It's the Great Danes 3, the Catamounts nothing. America East championship game from a year ago. Vermont trailing 3-0, and it's a critical face-off win for Henry Dodge. Able to find Jack Combs, who takes a lick. How about that check from the Great Danes? Still loose towards the Catamounts attacking end, and Walter Zhao, who was one of the wings on that face-off for UVM, able to collect the ground ball. But Cullen Decker gives it right up. Max Neeson has the takeaway out of the Chris Fife's timeout, trying to settle his team down. Has been really good in his sophomore season, a 55% save percentage, allowing just over 10 goals a game with this UVM defensive unit. But a great start for the Great Danes on offense. And it's another look for Palum. He rings it up again. 4 unanswered to open the game. The snowball is officially rolling downhill early. And Palum with a low to high rocket this time. Again, finding the soft spot. Mar in his 25th season, the 7-time America East Coach of the Year. They were once again picked in the preseason poll to win the league.
Scored by number 14, Jackson Palum.
And after Dodge was unable to collect the ground ball, it's reeled in by Colton Marquis.
54 seconds. Palum from Kesselring.
And the Great Danes can provide an early knockdown of UVM. They've certainly backed the Catamounts into the corner within the first section of this first quarter. Just halfway through the first quarter and already 4 unanswered goals. Real chance, Richmond! Oh my goodness, they are just cooking. It's Silas Richmond for his second today. And the Catamounts are on their heels. They have been stunned. This time, it's Alex Pfeiffer, and eventually the tic-tac-toe passing for Richmond in a point-blank position. Their 2 league losses to Bryant and UMBC, the 2 teams currently tied at the top of the league standings.
Albany goal, his second of
Henry Dodge puts his shot wide. UVM backs it up.
Richmond.
Against Frateroli, here comes Carson Egebraten, the 6th UVM defender. They're back at even strength. But trailing 5-0, just about 10 minutes in, the defense desperately needs to find their footing. Whitcomb denied. Daly, his second save, and a crucial one. Frateroli and Pope, the 2 names to really follow here throughout this Catamount possession. That's Drimmy set up at X. Decker straight away, Ryder now for Pope against the Albany zone in the 6-on-5. Pope, hands free, shoots, scores! Welcome back, Charlie Pope, Vermont. Desperately needed that one. He's got a big shot. The powerful right-hander. High to low that time, and he sneaks it by Smith. And this is the spot that I think the Catamounts are going to need to dominate today. Dodge will duel with Marino once again. Henry Dodge, an awkward pass, has thrown it away.
87, seriously sharpshooter.
4 face-offs out of 6 today. But they've turned it over, by my count, on at least 2 of those 4 face-off wins directly after. Wraparound, sails high. It was a good-looking move from Caden LaPietro. No, sorry, that was Alex Pfeiffer. Unable to hit the target, though, above Daly. Doherty's wraparounds turn. He sneaks it across the goal line. Albany stay hot. Doherty joins in on the action. The 30th of the season for the reigning Rookie of the Year. Let's see, how does this just wriggle around Daly? Oh, it took a big bounce. Daly caught a pretty big piece of it. Brendan O'Keefe keeps it moving. And again, Wimmer in this second midfield line. Richmond, sharp angle, behind the back pass. Doherty's behind the back, shot gets away, off target, and there's the horn. Ben Wimmer and company run out of time. Tallied once, and Ryan Doherty with the goal and an assist for a 2-point opening quarter. Frankly, the offense was flying. This is Emmett right from the midway line. Gets rid of it. Daly shrugs it off on the shot from Palem. And trouble on the ground ball. Doherty was unable to lasso it in. UVM will get it. And Ryder have been the only consistent options for UVM. Charlie O'Brien, the freshman, has been in and out of the lineup. Yet to see him featured today. Coughlin out there for this shift has also missed some extended periods. This is Coughlin. The big physical freshman goes low to high, scores over the top of Smith. Well, he's in there today in particular for his physicality. The 6'3" first year, working on the short stick, just gets around Brady Quill and able to score. Henry Dodge, when he's been out there, has won 6 of 7 faceoffs. The problem is he's turned it over on a few of them. He's battling here with Jazette Hall, and Dodge is able to win it. Combs puts his pass behind Dodge.
7 seconds. Coughlin unassisted.
Dodge has that type of takeover ability, winning 68% of his faceoffs on the season, best for 2nd in the nation. Playing from behind, that faceoff X could be a huge difference today. Pope gets rid of it. Decker, bullseye. Here come the Catamounts. Quick initiating that time from Pope, and he found Decker in space. Smith was fooled. The freshman starting goaltender dropped down to his knees, and Cullen Decker just poured it right down the middle. And that kind of says it right there for Vermont offensively, that this late in the season, 11 goals leads their team. Dodge gets rid of it. Frateroli, back-to-back quick ones.
Here's the number 87, Charlie Pope. The top of the goal, 11 minutes, 4 seconds.
Henry Dodge is taking it over, just like we thought he may. He'll get the assist on this Frateroli goal. Look at the defense, collapse on Dodge, and Frateroli is a lethal sharpshooter, finding the correct matchups. They've got Paris and Zach Davis on this occasion out there. They're really going to try to rotate their bodies to wear down the Great Dane defense. Paris, really shifty, sharp angle. Smith has the save. You want to talk about explosive. That describes Silas Richmond. Now he's dancing against Huguenot. Doherty operating from X. Daly trying to chase him along with Demarest. They draw the slide. Freedom in the middle. What a finish from Richmond. A flick into the top corner. He can score in so many ways. This is so pretty from Silas Richmond. A flash of a release and just no chance for Ryan Daly. He draws Sean Stevens the short stick. Now Demarest unable to tie up Doherty. Shoved down low by Stevens. Good help comes there from the Catamount defensive unit. Kesselring, quick. Daly watches it wide. Did he get a piece of it? He did not. Shot clock does not reset. Less than 30 to go now for Doherty. Richmond free again. You can't leave that guy open. Silas Richmond has his fourth. Oh, just the Catamount defense sleeping for a moment. Henry Dodge is 9 of 10, Vermont 9 of 11 as a unit. Rocco Marino this time against Dodge. Dodge wins it forward, and it's the wing who scampers in. That's Smith who had it picked up. Now Combs tied up as it's reeled in by Quilt, and some room in front of the midfielder LaPietro. LaPietro finds Richmond. Daly denies him this time, but Daly's pass broken up on the attempted clear. Doherty trying to go right back to work. They feel like they could come away with the conference regular season crown. Top seed and the top team in the America East. Richmond behind the back, that would have been ridiculous. Daly able to slam it down to the turf and make the stop. These two teams aren't the biggest fans of the other one. There's certainly a rivalry that has brewed over the last few years with Vermont becoming contenders in this league along with the annual powerhouse. Flag flies, multiple Catamounts down on the play. The shot from Frateroli was wide. It was also Matthew Drimmy. Looked like he had gotten pancaked. Penalty expired. Alex Pfeiffer, Doherty couldn't sneak it through traffic. Chase Gosdick, the one who made that block and is attempting to stampede it across the timeline. He does so. UVM has some numbers. Gosdick trying to draw him in. Tatum Lewis. Lewis in traffic, scores! The defensive midfielder, Tatum Lewis, not a prolific goal scorer, but a transition goal for the Catamounts. How about the balance and athleticism there of Lewis? A tie-up between Hall and Dodge. Walter Zhao comes stampeding over. Now it's the wings who are tied up.
Number 27, Tatum Lewis.
Well, UVM have already turned it over 10 times. They average just under 20 a game. It's been a problem for the Vermont offense this year, but you would think the veteran Charlie Pope would take better care of it. And on the wraparound, Albany takes advantage. Palem again. It's Palem who looks uncomfortable after dunking it around Daly, but he's re-extended things for the Great Danes. It's Bullock doing the defensive work. Palem takes the check from Bardwell as he let the shot go. Something to monitor, though, the health of Jackson Palem.
Albany goal, his
clean win for Dodge.
17th of the season, scored unassisted by number 14, Jackson Palem.
And now Combs can't keep it.
9 seconds.
Combs trying to rip it back. Unable to do so. Here comes Caden LaPietro. End of the boundary. Now 50 seconds to shoot. It's just Kesselring choosing to play keep away right now against Bullock. And now Kesselring, he's quick against the length of Bullock. Kesselring gets lit up That's going to draw a flag. Carson Egebraten just absolutely destroyed Daniel Kesselring. Hopefully he's okay, but a massive hit. As big of a launch as you'll ever see. It's going to be a cross check on Egebraten. Decker, a shifty move. This is Coughlin straight away. And Paris, the two freshmen playing catch up top for the Catamounts. 15 to shoot. Paris working on Grove. Drimmy on target. The freshman who leads the Catamounts with 12 goals on the year. Through some traffic, able to zip one beyond Smith. Drimmy joins in on the action. 6 different Catamount goal scorers now through the afternoon.
Vermont goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 8, Matthew Drimmy.
Hotly contested ground ball here, and it's pulled out of the air by Galco. Some space in front of the Great Dane defender, Galco. Richmond checks his options. Sharp angle shot. Daly had it in his cross. He lost the ball for a moment on the rip from Colton Marquis. Well, with those first half turnovers from Pope, I'm wondering just how much we'll see him here in the second half. He was dangerous when he was out there, the big fella. A goal and an assist. But he had 4 turnovers. 3 of them were just passes that missed the mark by a really wide margin. Neeson having some trouble. He's got his stick knocked away. Demarest digging for it. Doherty now trying to torpedo his way through trouble. And somehow it's collected by Palem. How good's he been? Unsettled play. Marquis takes the note. He took the bump, but he couldn't put it on target. And that's Will Hardy, the junior, out on this shift in the UAlbany midfield. Marquis. Ryder's out there chasing him. The feet in the middle. It's Doherty. Scores. UAlbany back up by 4. Look at Marquis, run away from Ryder. Not normally a two-way midfielder. Caught out there in a long shift. And Doherty is a go-to goal scorer. It's UAlbany 10, UVM 6. Timeout on the field. In the final of the Catamount attackers, Zach Davis. This is the second line midfield with Pope added in. Davis working the right alley, surrounded and turned over. Goldstein with the big check ties it up, and Goldstein's won it back. Big work from the sophomore. Unsettled play for UVM. Davis slings it into the corner. How about the play from Goldstein to set it all up? It's a wonderful rip from Davis, but that was a ground ball of the year for Max Goldstein maybe. And Davis, who's got the big right-handed shot, blows one by Smith. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. The Catamounts are hanging around.
The goal, 5 minutes, 2 seconds. Davis
Frateroli with room. And an illegal pick going against UVM. The shot was saved anyways by Smith. It was Combs who tried to set the screen in the middle. Finger rejected. It's saved by Daly. Connor Finger was in the sweet spot to shoot from, right in that slot. Trailing by 3. Can the Catamounts, who've trailed by as many as 5, continue to fight back into this game between two of the American East thoroughbreds? Pope draws a couple. Again, he's out there with Davis. Decker this time with the group. Ryder slamming on the brakes. Physical play, and Ryder turns it over this time. Ground ball for Neeson. Silas Richmond is really burned hot. This time he backs it up with Bardwell, keeping a close eye on him. Kesselring off the bench for the Great Danes. They've got Doherty out there as well. Richmond, some room, the jump shot. Daly holds his posts. Pope was back there, but he's beaten to the corner by Kesselring. UVM down a man, the feet in the middle, Doherty, too easy. A miscommunication from UVM. They were trying to get Pope off the field. He was sprinting to the midway line, and somebody lost Ryan Doherty. Similar scenario there. Binghamton could improve to 3-1. UMBC could step in sole possession of first with a win. Now into the final 10 seconds of the shot clock for the Great Danes. Emmett works it low. Kesselring. Richmond, 5 to shoot. Finds Doherty again! The second half belongs to Ryan Doherty. And a crushing goal late in the third. Doherty notches his 4th today. And right as the shot clock was about to tick to 0, Doherty slams it by Daly. Oh, Richmond, just so dangerous. Draws the help ever so slightly. And a left-handed finish there from Doherty is pretty special. And on the money pass. Decker bursts. Unable to get the shot through cleanly. He got rocked as well. Loose again. Frateroli digging for it. And eventually it's Smith out of the pile. The goalie is maneuvering through the midfield. Turns it over though. And now Davis has the INT. He wants to orchestrate things. The Catamounts do have some quicksters. Still Vermont with 7 different goal scorers. Nobody's been able to find Twine twice. Pope trying to change that. Smith, the defender, in front of him. Pope feeds the middle. Goldstein shrugs off a man. Flag comes out. He couldn't get the shot away. He was in a good position, but he draws the laundry. It's a full 1-minute penalty against Max Neeson. Plenty of time for the Catamounts to find a good one. Pope, an early shot, scores! That's why he's got to be out there. I know it was a sloppy first half for Charlie Pope, but he's got his 2nd today in his return to the action. The ability to score from anywhere. A bouncer finds a hole in Brady Smith.
Vermont goal, his 2nd of the game and 7th of the season.
Zhao, the inside track on Hall.
Charlie Pope.
And now Zhao tied up. Look at him get away from the pile.
The time of the goal, 13 minutes, 7 seconds.
Frateroli, low to Coughlin. 20 to shoot. The sophomore Frateroli. Drimmy, contested in the middle. They're able to find Pope late in the clock. Decker slings it on target. Here come the Catamounts again. They're making another charge. How about that ground ball, though, from Frateroli? And then the eyes to find Pope, who simply kept it moving. And Decker in open space. Count it. Galco's chasing him away, and only 15 to shoot for the freshman Puri. He's in need of some help and is laboring. Finally gets rid of it to Frateroli. Pope needs to hustle. He's a freight train. Free for Puri. Under the crossbar. With 1 second to shoot. Keen Puri buries it. How about the unselfishness from Pope? And Puri, a laser. Richmond and Doherty, 4 goals each. Palum's got a hat trick as well. That's Richmond who's tied up. It was the freshman Huguenard on him. Kesselring, speedy, 25 to shoot. Palum trying to get downhill to his right hand. Palum, it's Daly the save. And the ground ball picked up for a moment by Gazdic. He's being harassed. He boots it towards the corner, and he can't keep it. Albany in possession. Marquis has 20 seconds to shoot. Working goal line extended after he got around Egebraten. Richmond from distance, scores! A bomb from deep for Richmond. This is from out of the area code. A 5-point day in his return to the lineup. Really, once he's settled in, the Catamount offense has looked pretty tough to stop. Pope asking for it, unleashes, saved. Brady Smith slams the door. Decker keeps it moving. Drimmy, spinning, shooting, sails it. Plenty of time for UVM on the shot clock. The game clock not their friend. Pope loses it. It's Neeson the takeaway. That might be the matchup right there between offensive and defensive player of the year. A get your popcorn out type of showdown, although right now Richmond just trying to keep possession. Trying to tire Combs out. Oh, a rocket off the crossbar. Albany keep it, and it is a shot clock reset. I actually think that hit off the dome of Ryan Daly. Palem. Net still empty. It's watched for a moment by Tatum Lewis. Emmett running away from the Catamount defensive core. And now Richmond, unbothered, splits the defense. Behind the back feed. Emmett with the cherry on top. It's a behind the back dish from who else but Silas Richmond. And Emmett says, thank you very much, Silas. What a dish that is from Richmond. Emmett adds a goal to go with 2 assists today in desperation mode. And it's Pfeiffer evading Bardwell from below the goal line. Here comes help. The UVM defense with Huguenard sent over. Daly's out of the cage. Marquis will take the chance. And it's Albany up by 5 in the closing stages. They just started this game so much more efficiently at the face-off spot with their inability to take care of the ball.
His 17th of the season, scored by number 88, Colton Marquis. The assist to number 19, Alex Pfeiffer.
Well, the last time UVM played here at home, they came up
from Pfeiffer at 118 for Albany
with a really big win against now league leaders Bryant. But the Catamounts will be firmly in the mix as Combs, wow, sure, Jack Combs, a little late surge. Yeah, Combs from distance can let it go. Definitely a bitter taste will be the flavor for UVM as this one winds down.
Scored the man down by number 66, Jack Combs.
A man down in the face-off as well. Zhao will lose that draw.
Davis, time of the goal, 52 seconds.
Caden LaPietro able to slither his way through the midfield.
For Vermont.
Albany have put themselves in position, though. A winnable game on the horizon, using the hot first quarter where they led 6-1. 5-goal afternoon, a 7-point day for their star Silas Richmond, his running mate Ryan Doherty, 4 goals as well. And Jackson Palem's first half hat trick was really the difference. 15-11, it's a final from Burlington. The Great Danes continue to have the Catamounts number.